folks, we just got done riding Ducati's Panigale V2 superbike. This is a mid-sized plus sport bike from Ducati out of Bologna, Italy. Now, Ducati's done a number of nice improvements to its mid-sized plus sport bike. First off, the aesthetics. This motorcycle now follows in form of the sensational-looking Panigale V4, which debuted for the 2018 model year. I love the aesthetics of this motorcycle. I don't know how Ducati designers do it. Every time they come out with a new superbike, it always looks awesome. Well, there have been a lot of great looking sport bikes over the last few decades, but Ducati always stands apart from the competition in its racy, sleek styling and its good proportions. I'm a big fan of the styling of this motorcycle. Engine. This motorcycle continues to be powered by Ducati's 955cc L twin. They call it a Super Quattro L twin engine, and they call that because it has gigantic cylinder bore, nearly a 100 millimeter cylinder bore with a much shorter piston stroke. So this engine configuration likes to rev. You have to really have this engine spooling at high RPM for it to really deliver usable performance. Now, back in the old days, Ducati L twin engines, they used to have a lot of torque. Well, that changed when they went to the super big bore short stroke engine configuration. And love it or hate it, the power band on this motorcycle is very exhilarating. This motorcycle likes to be operated at very high RPM. It's a very thrilling power band. Even though it doesn't have much acceleration off the bottom or even in the mid-range, you keep this thing singing on the pipe and this thing gets you to where you're going fast. An electronic quick shifter makes it easy to work that 6-speed gearbox. And on this bike, you are going to be shifting all the time because it likes to be revved at a very high RPM to get good acceleration power. We rode this motorcycle at the racing circuit, and even though Ducati's done a number of styling improvements and a number of electronic improvements over the years, I couldn't help but to think that this motorcycle, the engine, and even the chassis and suspension, it rides very much like the old Panigale 899. I know Ducati will not like me saying that, but it's true. Even though they've done a lot of changes over the years, it still feels like that old bike. And that's not a bad thing. The chassis on this motorcycle with a full 4.5 gallons of premium fuel, this thing weighs in at 441 pounds. Even though that's not the lightest sport bike out in the market, this thing handles very well. I love how sharp it steers. It's a very sharp steering motorcycle. If you're the kind of rider that wants a motorcycle that really likes to turn, this bike will work well for you. Now, suspension-wise, this vehicle still employs the older style Showa BPF fork. I love this fork. I believe it debuted for the 2011 model year with the Suzuki GSXR sport bikes. And this BPF fork is really awesome. Number one is because it has a super wide range of adjustment. Number two, the adjusters are right there on top of the fork leg for the damping, where the preload's on the bottom, and it's very easy to make adjustment. And this suspension does very well on the road. It delivers decent road comfort while still having a good degree of sport road holding on the racing circuit. Still, even though it does employ a nice versatile running Showa BPF fork, the reality is this suspension technology is getting a little bit long in the tooth in the hardcore sport bike arena. Realistically, we'd like to see a higher specification fork on there that would give a little bit sharper dampening response when you're really getting after it at the racing circuit. Ergonomics, in typical Ducati form, this is a very racy feeling motorcycle. The clip-on style handlebars are very low. The seat is very high. I like the knurled rear sets that give good amount of grip against the sole of the rider's shoes or boots. That's a nice touch. I also like the pseudo Alcantara suede-like fabric that the seat and passenger seat are adorned with. It looks really nice. It really keeps your rear end in place when you're hustling this motorcycle through the canyons. And that's where this bike really shines. This bike really shines when you're at the racing circuit, when you're at a medium to high speed set of corners. This bike just loves turning. The Pirelli Diablo Rosso 3 tires, they offer good, versatile performance on the racetrack, on the street. They heat up quick. They even work really good in the rain. Brakes on this motorcycle, triple disc hydraulic brakes, keep the speed on check on this bike, but I wish the brakes were a little bit sharper. When you really get into that front brake lever, the brake pads just lack a degree of bite. Yeah, the brakes work good on this motorcycle and it gets down, slow down in it quick, but the brake pad material feels a little hard and a little wooden. I would like a racier compound if this bike was mine. I also like all of the modern electronics that Ducati has fitted on this Panigale V2. This has the same electronic systems as the Panigale V4. So you have adjustable power modes, you have Ducati traction control, you have independently adjustable wheelie control, you have the quick shifter, you have engine brake control, and I really like the wide range of adjustment in this motorcycle. There's actually a big amount of difference when you have the motorcycle in maximum engine braking mode and just one level down. Again, because the brakes aren't super adept at really shedding speed on this motorcycle, they don't have that kind of feel I kind of run a higher engine brake mode just because the brakes aren't quite as sharp as I would like. If the brakes were sharper, I could definitely use a lesser engine brake setting, but it's cool that Ducati gives you the option. It also has three-way adjustable ABS. You can even put it in the lowest ABS setting, ABS level 1, and that disables rear ABS if you're the kind of person who wants to slide the rear of the bike or lock up the rear wheel with the brake. Another gripe I have with this Panigale V2 is in regard to the fit and finish. Now, for $17,200, there is an awful lot of plastic on this motorcycle. Some of the bodywork feels a little chintzy. The mirror stocks look cheap, and I think Ducati could do a lot better job in the fit and finish. We recently test rode the 2021 Ducati Super Sport S, which carries a lesser MSRP than this vehicle, and that bike felt much better put together than this Panigale V2. It's worth noting Ducati stands behind its new motorcycles with a 2-year unlimited mileage warranty. So if anything does break, they will get it repaired for you. Overall, I really like riding this Ducati Panigale V2. Realistically, it doesn't feel a whole lot different from the original Panigale 899 or the Panigale 959, but I still like the updated Panigale V4 aesthetics. I like that Ducati threw the kitchen sink at it with the electronics package, and I like that even though it's a motorcycle that has a displacement of almost 1 liter, realistically this is more of like 600, 700 mid-size bike. It doesn't quite have the acceleration brute force of a liter bike, yet it has a little bit more pep in its step than an old school 600 i4, which gets us to the price. This vehicle costs $17,200, which is a lot of money realistically, you'd be better served just picking up an older Panigale 959 or an 899, just because the performance envelope of this vehicle isn't vastly different from those predecessors. So you could probably save a lot of money by buying one of those used things. But still, if you're the kind of rider who wants the flashiest thing on the road from Ducati, this $17,000 Panigale V2 might be the bike for you. All right, folks, that's a wrap from today's review on Ducati's Panigale V2 sport bike. Make sure to surf on over to motorcyclistonline.com. That's where all of my written content lives. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please thumbs it down if you didn't, because we always like to hear from the contradictory fans out there. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.